No? Mom, listen to me. Listen to me. Call Jamie for that. Call Jamie. Why can't Jamie do anything? Why do I have to do everything, Mom? Mom, just listen for a second. She can take care of the problem as much as I can. I'm busy. I don't have time for your problems. Mom, just call her. I'm always the one that has to do everything. Why? Why can't you take care of your own stuff? Why can't you call somebody else? Why are you always making my life miserable? I don't have time for this. I am so running late and I have to go and I can't stop and listen to you. You have to understand that and do your own thing. Fix your own problems. I have my own schedule. I have my own responsibilities. I'm running late now and it's because of you. We can't even have like a regular conversation. You're so freaking ridiculous. Mom, forget it. I gotta go. I'm sorry, I gotta go. I'm sorry, I gotta go. I got my bus is coming. I gotta go, Mom. I gotta go. Bye. Bye.
John, fucking listen to me, alright? If you're not there, I'm gonna go to 55 Hillcrest. If you're not there,
Hello, Karen. It's nice to meet you.
I don't know where to begin. There's so much going on in my life.
You're struggling with a lot of issues, and you don't know what to talk about first.
Yes. But I'm sure it doesn't even matter because I'm going to have to talk about everything.
I let my clients choose what they want to talk about.
Well, that's good, I guess.
But it doesn't help you know where to start.
Exactly. Gosh, this is more difficult than I thought it was going to be. Are all your clients this stupid?
Your hesitancy frustrates you, and you're surprised. You thought it would be easier to talk about things in here than it was out there.
Yeah. I was wrong. Guess I shouldn't be so hard on myself.
You feel relief because you don't have to be so hard on yourself.
Yes. Am I doing this right?
You feel like you've already been a failure at therapy.
Am I?
I don't think so.
Yes. Well, okay.
Okay?
The thing that's been driving me the craziest is my mother. She's been calling me and nagging me on the phone. And she's the reason why my life is miserable.
Your mother takes up too much of your time, and she tells you what to do.
Yes. I'm busy. My work's important, and I cannot be continually interrupted by her phone calls.
And you're angry with her because she doesn't understand that you need the freedom to work and get things done.
I'm angry at her for more than that. Ever since Melinda died, that's my sister, she hasn't had a nice thing to say to me. She's been criticizing me and making me feel terrible, and worse than I already feel. And she keeps trying to talk about Melinda's death and talk about how we should have done more.
I'm sorry about your sister. Well, tell me about what happened to Melinda and why your mother thinks that you could have done more.
Her boyfriend killed her. He beat her to death with a bat. It's kind of horrible thing you hear about on TV. It's the kind of thing that you deal with by keeping a distance from it. By separating it from yourself and from your life.
But not this time.
I can't stop thinking about it. About her. It hurts so much.
And you feel your mother is upsetting you, and you're already feeling so much suffering.
Yes. And what kind of mother is that?
Because she doesn't act like a mother, you're angry with her.
Yes. I mean, she doesn't see my pain, and she blames me for Melinda's death.
You think that she thinks that you're responsible for what happened?
Yes. I mean, what kind of mother is that?
You think she's right.
I am responsible for her death. I should have known. I should have done more.
You think because you should have known that means that you are responsible for what happened?
I should have known.
But you didn't know.
You know, the doctors told us that she had old bruises all over her body. I mean, why didn't she tell us that?
You wish that she had told you.
Then I could have prevented it.
And if you had known what was going on, you could have protected her.
Yes.
But you didn't know,
No.
so you couldn't have protected her.
I mean, I don't know why she didn't tell me. I was always the one that held together my family, and I took care of all of their problems. I mean, everyone came to me when they had a problem.
But not this time. And you feel angry that you couldn't have solved this problem.
I feel pressure to be that way all the time.
You should have known what was going on so that you could have solved this problem for her like you had solved so many of her problems in the past. And you feel like you let yourself down.
Yes.
I don't think that someone can always be a savior.
I suppose I'm only human.
You're only Karen.
Yeah, Karen the failure. I don't know if I like her very much.
I do. She's brave to come in here and talk about things that are very painful for her.
Like weaknesses and flaws.
So you've always seen yourself as a person that somebody can turn to, a person who can fix things.
Yes, but not this time.
And it feels good to be that person.
Yeah, but it's more than that. I feel pressure to be that person.
What got you thinking that you have to be this person?
I don't know, my upbringing. My mother, I guess. She always told me that I was the rock of the family, and I tried to be. I've never lost control of any situation. I am so angry with myself.
With the person that you think you should be? You feel angry with the person you think you have to be.
And my mother's angry with me and disappointed with me, and I'm angry with her. I know that she's lashing out in grief. Is it right that I'm this angry with her?
You're having a hard time accepting the truth about how you feel.
But that is how I feel. I'm not a rock. I'm devastated by Melinda's death. But I'm not responsible.
You are not a rock, and you're not responsible.
Thank you, Dr. Simpson. You're very kind.
You're welcome, Karen. And we'll see you next week.
Hello, Dr. Franklin.
Hello to you both. How has the week been?
Better. We've been fighting a lot less, actually.
Mike, would you agree?
Yes, we've tried that homework that you sent us, about limiting our fights between 8:30 and 9 p.m. each night. It's surprising, but I find that I don't have that much to say.
I find that I'm still a little pissed off during the day, but if I just bite my tongue, by the time 8:30 rolls around, I either don't even care or I've calmed down so much that I can talk about it. Oh, and I've also been trying those I statements that you taught us last time.
Yes, what'd you say last night? Mike, when you don't enforce our decisions on child rearing in front of your mom, that makes me feel like we're not a couple. That really hit home. I was putting her off as being a nag and a whiner.
And I'm also trying to be more positive and criticize less. The other day, Mike was doing the dishes, and I told him that when he does household chores, it turns me on. Mike totally thought I was joking, but I was completely serious.
Yeah, I plan on doing dishes more often.
That's good. Well, this week I was thinking about raising an issue that Janet spoke about last week, about Mike being distant towards her.
I don't think I'm distant.
Well, you don't think so? Well, let's look at why Janet is reacting the way she's reacting.
Well, first of all, when he comes home, he goes straight to the refrigerator, grabs a beer bottle, and before he has even kissed me hello, he's sucking on the beer bottle.
Hey, I'm thirsty and I've had a long day.
Hold on, Mike. You don't have to distance yourself at this junction. We're just trying to see why Janet is reacting the way she's reacting.
Well, then he grabs the paper, plops down, and while I'm trying to tell him about my day, he just grunts at me like a pig. It's like he doesn't even hear what I'm saying. He's just like,
Wait a minute. I don't grunt.
Yeah, you do grunt.
You're right about me not hearing you.
I know I am.
I can't read and listen at the same time.
Janet, tell me what thoughts occur in your mind at those times.
I feel like he doesn't care about me and that he'd rather read a magazine than talk to me.
And the feelings associated with that?
I feel rejected. I feel hurt. I feel like he doesn't want to talk to me, and I don't understand why he doesn't see that I need him. It's like he's not happy to see me.
I am happy to see you. Until you start nagging me.
But you don't see it or feel it that way, do you?
No.
Okay. So the antecedent is that Mike comes home after a hard day of work,
Okay.
and he starts to do which don't include you.
Right.
The thoughts are that he doesn't care for you, and the resulting feelings are hurt and anger.
Yes.
And what do you do?
I usually just give up, and then I go make dinner, and I fume. You know what? He's lucky I don't burn everything, because I'm in there, and I'm thinking, how can he not see what he's doing right now? How can he not see how that's hurting me? How does he not? I don't comprehend his thought process.
So you don't talk to him about it?
No, but I feel like, what's the point, right?
Okay. So you basically read his mind as soon as he gets back home, and you get angry at him for not being able to read yours.
She's not reading my mind because that's not what I'm thinking.
Really, Mike? Really?
All I want is to come home, relax. I had a stressful day, and I want to have some time to decompress.
Okay. Okay, I know that I can't read his mind. However, his behavior is showing me that he's not happy to see me, and that's what hurts.
Are you truly not happy to see him? Or is it because you have chosen to interpret his behavior that way?
No, it's not a choice. I'm not...
Isn't it?
No.
What if you made the conscious decision to think about his behavior in a different way? Close your eyes.
Right.
Yeah, close your eyes. Just do it.
Oh my God. Okay. Okay.
Imagine Mike sucking on a beer
It's not hard.
and reading a newspaper.
Okay.
Well, what if his behavior was actually to unwind from a hard day of work, and it had nothing to do with him not liking you? How does that make you feel?
Better, less frustrated, less angry.
Well, remember, it's our own perception of events that make them sad, not the actual events themselves.
Yeah, well, it's much easier said than done.
Look, Janet, when I come home and I blot you out, is that such a big deal? It doesn't mean that I don't love you and that I don't want to be with you.
Well, I just...
That's good.
I guess that's fine.
I think that this is another problem situation that you've been speaking to us about.
You're right. Janet, as we can see, Mike clearly denies the fact that he doesn't care for you. So let's try to find some evidence that shows that he does indeed care for you.
Well, you know, he did agree to go to therapy with me. There's one thing.
That's it?
No, there's more. A lot more if you really think about it. I brought you flowers, and I call you every time before I leave the office.
That's true. He does do those things. It's just hard to remember those things when you're frustrated or anxious.
How can we fix this?
We could brainstorm some potential solutions and pick one and try it out.
Well, what I would like is for when he comes home to acknowledge my presence and maybe talk about what's going on in my life and my day. I mean,
Yeah, I want to unwind, though.
Is there a way to do both?
What if I compromised and I kissed her first and then went and got a beer?
I guess I can wait a few minutes while he unwinds to talk.
How long?
I don't know, 10 minutes.
How about 20?
15.
Okay. Okay.
Well, how will you deal with the fact that Mike is doing other activities which don't include you?
I'll do what you showed me today. I'll take my thoughts and I'll replace them with more rational thoughts. And I'll take into account all the evidence. And I'll remind myself that he's tired and that he's had a long day and he needs time to unwind.
And the feelings associated with that?
Concern, understanding, caring, sensitivity.
Good. I like that.
Well, now it's my turn. I'm not happy about the amount of sex that we've been having.
Well, have you read the books that I suggested to you?
No. No, we haven't. But we've ordered them online.
Well, I don't think we have enough time to talk about this subject today.
So just continue on your chores, and we'll get back to this next time.
Okay?
I thank you.
Good.
Hello, Dr. Samuel. Sorry I'm late.
Have a seat, Stephen.
So, just first thing comes to my mind?
Just as we did last week.
Okay. Well, my life sucks. I hate my life. Nothing's changed. In fact, things are worse. My life is falling apart. I've been feeling so... I've just been feeling so anxious that I'm not able to get but a few hours of sleep in at night. I look like crap. I can't concentrate. The MCATs are coming up, and I'm not ready. You know, I haven't been able to study. I'm not going to be able to apply to medical school. What am I going to do? I mean, this was my dream. I don't know what to do. I need help. I mean, medical school was my mother's last wish before she died. Oh, Stevie, promise me you'll be proud. Promise me you'll become a doctor. And I said that I would. And now I'm not going to be. I don't want to let her down, and I've let her down.
By not applying to medical school this year.
Jenna, she's trying to be supportive, but I can see the fear in her eyes. She thinks she's gonna be stuck with this pathetic loser for the rest of her life. She's afraid that I'll never amount to anything and that my mother was wrong about me.
Wrong about?
About my potential.
Perhaps it's you who isn't sure they have what it takes for medical school.
No, I don't think so. I was top of my class in high school. I've always done good schoolwork, and I've always brought home straight A's.
From what you've been saying, you're not really on top of anything right now.
You're not being too supportive. I've suffered a blow. I'm sick, you know?
You're angry at me.
I mean, I'm sick. I'm trying to do the best that I can.
You're angry at me for not being how you want Jenna to be, to support you and reassure you, make excuses for you, because you're sick.
You don't think I have what it takes to go to medical school?
I don't?
Well, you haven't said otherwise.
You want reassurance from me.
Maybe.
You're angry at me and you want reassurance from me because you don't have it for yourself.
I am angry at you. You sit there hardly saying anything. You do nothing and then act all high and mighty like you know all about me and what's best for me.
You're angry at me because I don't know what's best for you and I don't reassure you.
Exactly.
And when your mother died, you were angry at her for telling you what to do without really knowing you and then leaving you to your own devices.
When my mother died, I felt like she did it on purpose. And I know that sounds silly, but as a child, that's what I thought. I thought it was her way of forcing me to be strong and to be a man.
But you wanted to be held and be supported.
Yes.
And you want that from Jenna. And from me too.
Yes.
But Jenna's not your mother.
No, but she's supposed to care about me.
Doesn't she?
I think Jenna's trying to force me to be a man by withholding her love and support. I think she thinks if she supports me that I'll always be this way, all pathetic and loserish. She's always talking about having a baby. Jenna wants a baby, but I don't. It's too much responsibility right now, and we're not ready for a baby. Why can't she see that?
I'm not sure you'll ever be ready.
What do you mean?
The thought that Jenna will have a baby to hold and to support makes you angry.
What do you mean?
You're angry thinking that Jenna might leave you by no longer being there for you, but being there for the baby instead.
That's ridiculous. I want a baby, just not now.
You think I've misread you again?
Yes, I do. I can just keep going along and making this stuff up as you go along. Therapists aren't supposed to do that.
Perhaps your mother didn't know you when she told you to become a doctor. And then suddenly she was gone. She wasn't there for you. I'm thinking you're so angry at your mother for dying and for leaving you without her support and reassurance that you're incapable of fulfilling her dream of your going to medical school.
No, that's crap. I want this. I've always wanted it. This is my dream.
You said the doctors haven't been able to find anything physically wrong with you.
But that doesn't mean that there isn't. Okay, so you're not going to say anything. Today my wife called me from upstairs while I was downstairs in the basement, and I pretended like I couldn't hear her. Why would I do that?
She needed you and you weren't there.
So you think I'm avoiding her because she needed me, and when I needed her, she wasn't there for me?
Were you?
Maybe. I'm starting to get the feeling like you think that all I want is just someone, and whenever I need reassurance.
Do you?
I guess so. But doesn't everybody?
Well, that's something for you to think about between now and next week when we meet again. Good work, Stephen.